so let's move on into round 6. So I have 2 normal actions and I can take a mansion if I want. But for right now, let's think about what we want to do. I need to get an aristocrat over here. One of my grandmothers was the daughter of an aristocrat who had a title. So I currently have an aristocrat, Louis, the patron of the arts, but he's kind of expensive. So one thing that might be pretty good to do would be to take Evgenia, the Tsarina's friend. That actually may be a good choice for me, especially since I also gain an action that lets me grab a title. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go with who do they know? I can pay 0 to take Evgenia. Then I have to pay 1 for her, which is fine. I get a yellow pawn with her. I gain, wait, no, I haven't played her yet. Ha, I will. I paid 1 for her. Not yet. I'm going to. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so I picked up Evgenia. Now what I want to do is I want to say, who were they? Who were they? That one. We're going to put Evgenia in as my grandma's mom, which makes perfect sense because Evgenia, the Tsarina's friend, is totally going to be the parent of Ariane, the courtesan. They're both blonde. It's working. She's got the exotic allure of the Tsarina's friend passing down through the generations. So she's going to cost me 1. I'm going to gain 1 yellow action pawn, which is cool. I get 2 face-up friend cards. Let's take the French people. And I get a prestige. So now I'm at 15 prestige. So that was actually a pretty good turn for me because it's done 2 things. There's at least, it's filled a hint card, so there's at least 1 Russian and 1 aristocrat on my father's side of the family. Russian aristocrat. In fact, she's a Russian aristocrat. She could have done this all by herself. So that's 1 hint card dealt with. We're going up a prestige point. And we're also well on the way to one of my grandmothers was the daughter of an aristocrat who had a title. Because if we buy a title for Evgenia, then we are in great shape for that. Oh, and something I should have done. Those are Generation 2 titles and community achievements. We got to put Generation 3 out. So every generation you switch them out. So the Arch of Love, the Grand Ball, and the Park of Leisure are some community contributions. Our titles that we can choose are Pair de France, King's Advisor, woo, and Duke. So we need to get a title for Evgenia. Why don't we make her the King's Advisor, since we all know that Russia likes to advise our country's leaders. We're going to go with what title did they have. We're going to pay a huge 7 gold to get the title of King's Advisor for Evgenia. And this is going to come with a huge price as well. It's not just 7 gold. We're going to lose 3 friends who are really, really mad about that whole Russian thing. So, who do we want to ditch? Let's get rid of... Okay, so I need my craftspeople to put in my dad's side of the family, so these guys are all going to stay. I've already got my aristocrat over there. I don't really think I'm going to put Pascal in. And Louis is like mad expensive. So I think that what we're going to do is be happy with the aristocrats that we have, dump these 2 guys, and let's get rid of Patricia. So we've lost a whole bunch of friends, but that's just what happens when you're advancing into society and other people aren't. So whatever. We do, however, get 2 random friends off the top of the friend pile. So we got, ooh, Lucienne, heiress of an ancient family, and Michael, the ambitious officer. He's Prussian. So we probably won't do much with him, but that's cool. So we also get 5 prestige points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're almost maxed out on prestige here, which is pretty awesome. So thanks, Evgenia, for being the Tsarina's friend and apparently the king's friend too. You get a title. So that fulfills this hint card that one of my grandmothers was the daughter of an aristocrat who had a title. Bang. Full prestige, baby. All right, and so now we need to find out there are at least 3 craftsmen on my father's side of the family. So I'm gonna hold off on using this mansion tile for this mansion pog for now to see how much income I have at the end of the round, because it's more important that I get the craftsman in than that I get the mansion. But hopefully I have a lot of rounds and I'm making really amazing progress actually. So I might have some actions to goof around with towards the end here. So we're gonna pull all these back. We're gonna go to the income round. My income is still 5, which ain't bad. And then we are in round 7. So now I need to focus on getting some craftsmen in on Dad's side up here. So I have some options. I have Jean the builder's daughter, Jeanne, I guess, since she's French. Nicholas the petty merchant, and Armand the usurer, which is hilarious, given that we have like a pawn shop owner, a jeweler. This is all just working out beautifully, isn't it? But, okay, to make Olivier's parentage make sense, let's put a French person in there. So let's use an action for who were they? And we are going to identify my great-grandma as the builder's daughter. So it's going to get us one more, it's going to get us an orange pawn. It's going to get us 2 gold. Did I pay for her? No, we're good. It's going to get us 2 gold, and it's going to get us one of the face-up friend cards, which actually means it gets us both. So we can just pull both of them up and renew all the friends. So that's great. Nobody I'm really dying to get my hands on, but I guess if we need another crafts person, there's one over there. But this is good because we're at 1-2 craftspeople, and we need to get at least one more. I think Laurent might count, but I just want to be safe. We'll get another one in there. We can. We have the actions too. So that will be our plan. So Robert doesn't matter so much. Michael, no. We need craftsperson, other people. Okay. So Nicholas the petty merchant or Armand the usurer. Who should we put into our family? Let's be expensive. Okay, so we can take another who were they action, and we're going to. Let's make it so that Armand the usurer is my great-great-grandfather. So we'll pay 5 and take 2 back because he costs 3. Also, we should give another kid to this family. So I have another family member I don't know about because they've both been identified, so they're going to have a kid. And, okay, so Armand gives me 1 prestige, but I think I'm maxed out. I don't know if you can keep going on that. And my income is 1 more. Okay, cool. So the thing that's amazing about this is that there are at least 3 craftsmen on my father's side of the family. Well, look, 1, 2, 3. We have successfully, I mean, we're going to win this game at this point, and we have a lot of time left. This has gone really, really nicely. So let's go ahead and use up our free actions because why not? Okay, so let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a venture. So we can maybe buy another title with the money. So were they business minded? Sure. Let's take a dock of 1 honor point and we will dump 2 friends. So let's get rid of Gertrude, the heiress of the Great Library, who is just too good for money. And we'll get rid of the ambitious officer. So they've left our entourage because they're mad about our awesome business venture. But let's give a business venture to Armand the usurer, who made his money through dubious means, or at least let's pretend so. So that puts our income up to 7. We also have this action to buy a mansion. So let's go ahead and do it. We'll spend 3. We'll get rid of 1 more person. Let's say that Robert the Explorer is angry that we've decided to settle down instead of continue exploring the world, so he's going to leave us too. And we're going to give a mansion to someone. Who deserves a mansion? Let's say that the Tsarina and the king got together to get a mansion for Evgenia, which means that, I mean, we'll go up, we don't really go up any more prestige, but it's fun to make the story too. And I just want to use my actions. Okay, so these go back over here. I get these actions back. This goes over here. Okay, and now we have an income round, so I'm going to get 7 income. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Ooh, this is exciting. Okay, so now we are in round 8, and I can just do whatever actions I want to kind of help increase my family's awesomeness. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do first. Check this out. So Sophie, the season's hottest debutante, gives you +2 honor points if you have at least 12 gold. I have exactly 12 gold over here right now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're gonna take a who were they action, and we're gonna put Sophie into the family. Where should we put her? So Evgenia does have parents that I just haven't put in. Let's make Sophie, the season's hottest debutante, into Evgenia's mom, which like is hilarious, going with the Zarita's friend to the courtesan down to, oh, Laurent the jeweler. How exciting. Ha ha ha. Okay, so Sophie is gonna get me 3 money. And she's also gonna get me +2 honor points, which is pretty cool. And she gets me a friend card. Do I want any of these? Let's just get Nadine because it's fun. She's the owner of a popular parlor. Cool. Okay. So then I have another action. I have exactly 12 money to spend. We could do something crazy. Yeah. All right, let's do something totally nuts. Okay. So I need to get a community contribution. Let's try to maximize our score. Hang on. What do I want to do first? Okay. Since I have a couple turns left, let's maximize our score to the greatest extent possible. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pay 5 for a grand ball. A grand ball. Let's decide who put on the grand ball. Let's say that it was Sophie, the season's hottest debutante. So I'm going to get 3 random friend cards for that. Ooh, I got a Castilian princess. That's cool. And Eustache, the magnate's son. I'm also going to get 2 honor points for doing that. Honor points. Sweet. Okay, and then I can use this. I just did this. What have they left behind? Okay, so now we're going to go to income. That's 7 more income. So I made that money back and a little bit more. And now we're on turn 9. The last turn of the game. So I want to maximize my honor points. So what I'm going to do is I'm once again going to go over here to what have they left behind. I'm going to spend 12 money. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In order to purchase the Park of Leisure. I also have to give up 3 income, but my income no longer matters. So I may as well just go for this. So who decided to make a Park of Leisure? Let's say that it was one of my great-grandparents over here. Let's give them some fanciness too. So we're gonna get 9 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Killer. All right, and then I have one more action. Tell you what, let's just ditch a friend and go on a mission to see if I happen to be lucky enough to get anything from it. What connections did they make? And let's just get rid of, anyone. I'm not putting anyone in my family. We'll say that Lucienne has left us, heiress of an ancient family, and we'll see what our mission is. So you can take mission cards. All right, so this didn't do anything for us. The mission was requirement to have at least 2 artists in your family and pay 1 to the bank. If I'd happen to put artists in, I could like make a quick attempt for some more points, but it's not going to happen. But that's okay. We made a shot. Okay, so now we are in the final convert prestige to honor points stage. I have 22. I'm at 34 right now. So it's going to be 44, 54, 56. So I'm at 56 right now. And then we're going to go into final scoring. And the way that final scoring works is I've already gotten those points, but I can gain or lose additional honor points based on how consistent my story about my family is. Because remember, I'm going for a fancy inheritance here. And what that means is that if I have nationalities that are not working, then I'm going to get busted. The other thing is that if you have aristocrats who have commoner children, then you end up losing points as well. So let's check for nationalities first. Okay, so there are actually no inconsistencies here, but I don't gain any points either because Vasily's mother's identity is unknown. So what that means is that we just have no idea. She could have been Russian. It's fine. We're going to roll with it. Same thing for Evgenia. We don't know her dad's identity. So what that's going to mean is that she's neither going to help nor hurt us in terms of her nationality. These people are all French. You don't get any points for French people because it's a game set in France, I guess. We do have Maria the Admiral's daughter, who's the mother of Javier the governor's son. So we are going to get one more honor point for that because Javier is a Spaniard, and so is his mom. The other thing we need to check for is whether we have any parents who are aristocrats whose descendants are craftspeople, like a direct parent line. So all of our craftsmen are actually on this side of the family. And Ariane is a courtesan. She was not an aristocrat. Her mom was, but she wasn't. So we don't lose any points for Laurent. And so Maria is an aristocrat. Javier is a diplomat, so he doesn't turn out to be a craftsman. So he's not ashamed to his family, and we don't lose any points on that count. So for our final score, we are going to be at 57 points. And we won the game because we fulfilled all the hints. So I think that means that we should be collecting a pretty fat inheritance today. I hope that you enjoyed the Testament variation of Legacy, the Testament of Duc de Crecy, and happy gaming. If you like this video, please like and subscribe.